Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with Business Coach Moloy. 15 days of this year is already gone. And we are on the 26th episode of our Life and Business Transformation series. Remember, we started this about 25 weeks back, about 27 weeks back, because in between we had two different sessions. Uh, we're coming to the end of this Life and Business Transformation series. After this, there will be four more, and then we start another series. We are not going anywhere. We are here, and we will talk about if the series goes well, about 15 to 16 elements of how to become a successful entrepreneur. So that's what we are here for. Please take the learnings, please implement in your business, and you will see a very different you in 23 in the calendar year 23. Your business will have scaled different heights. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, the world is full of challenges and uncertainties. We do not know what will hit us next. We had the corona, the oil crisis, the Ukraine-Russia war. A lot of businesses have had challenges, but what is certain is if you keep your mind open, if you look at opportunities, this world, in spite of all its challenges, is a world full of opportunities. Remember last week we spoke about we become what we think about. So what you think about is extremely important. And I know a lot of people, like including me for that matter, we have this Sunday evening blues that tomorrow is again a new week. What are the challenges? What are the things? And I for one, oh, once in a while struggle to relax on a Sunday evening because one, there is excitement of the coming week, and second, the uncertainty of a coming week. So, but that's what we are. We have to live through it because we had said last time, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. If a man or a woman is working towards a predetermined goal and knows where he's going, that person is a success. If he's not doing that, he's a failure. So have a goal, have a focus, work towards it, and you will see yourself in a different zone altogether. So today's theme is leadership learned or innate? Now, without getting too philosophical about what the balance of nature and nurture, and people who have done the DISC assessment with me or with anybody else would know that there are two individuals. One, what are we as innate and what is nurtured? What I'm looking to explore through the characteristics necessary to be a great leader, the skills that you already have or the skills that you work upon. We have had the greatest of leaders in the world work at themselves and learn how to lead, and they did always know what it takes to motivate their teams to success. I'm sure not all of us, and many of you who are growing up in your organization, whether it's professional career or in your own business, at some point in time, you do not know how to lead, and you do not also know how to motivate your team. So can a great leader be developed, or they were always built for leadership? And let's get one thing very, very clear. Leadership can be learned. And if that is something that you start thinking about today, that leadership can be learned, you will become a truly great leader, provided you take the right actions. So there was this gentleman called Ron Williams, who grew up in Chicago's downtown. He used to wash cars, but he became one of the few African Americans to lead a Fortune 500 company. He was on the board of American Express, Boeing, Johnson & Johnson. And William shared his life lessons and experiences in a book, Learning to Lead, the journey to leading yourself, leading others, and leading an organization. Understand the context of this book, the title of the book, Learning to Lead, the journey of leading yourself. So you need to learn to lead yourself first. Remember, we were speaking about EQ some time back. Then only you can go and lead others. And then only you can become a leader in an organization. So learn to lead yourself. Where one of his favorite mantras is, don't get stuck in paralysis by analysis. Too many times, as an individual, we are over-analyzing situations. There could be somebody who has told me something. There's something that has happened. A client has not purchased after going through the entire process. You have to make a decision, and you are over-analyzing. A lot of people don't take decisions because they're stuck in paralysis by analysis. Get out of it. Think about what went wrong. Think about the situation. Snap your fingers and get out of it. Because over-analyzing is not going to lead us anywhere. I started this entrepreneurial journey after having a very successful career in corporate world. And as the CEO and founder of Beyond Red Ocean Consulting, I'm both an entrepreneur and a leader. Because every day I'm focused on helping business leaders solve critical problems, as well as I'm running my own company. So I have challenges. So you can appreciate this, and some people who are in this business coaching or executive coaching would appreciate that there are 15 clients who want a piece of my mind because they have to make this critical decision. And at the same time, I have to do things right for my organization. It can be a challenging and a daunting task. And through this business coaching practice, I've been exposed to a diverse range of organizations and people. And collectively, over the past 6-7 years, these experiences have contributed to becoming the person and the business owner that I today am. Am I the most successful? Not necessarily. Am I successful? Yes. Do I have a vision? Yes, I have a vision. Do I know how to get there? Probably not. But if I knew how to get there, then we are putting our goals too low. I have huge goals. And those goals will materialize because we're working towards it. Today, there could be some cloudiness in the air. Today, there could be a smog in there, but the smog will clear as we walk. So today, I'm going to share with you 7 greatest leadership lessons that I've learned through my journeys and learned through listening and reading to other people. And those 7 lessons are: 1, and the most important, every day, everyone can learn something. And every day, you can learn something from someone. And that for someone may not be anybody, a high flyer. It could be anybody. We all have our own leadership style, our own personal brand. But sometimes quietly observing others handle themselves, peer, management, or other external leaders is a great way to learn. Whether you agree with how a situation is being handled or not is a choice that you have to make. But that basic experience, the fundamental experience can teach you how to approach a similar situation in the future. Number 2, managers and leaders are different. And the best example I can come up with is a former boss of mine. The person was so charismatic that everyone would follow him to the end of the earth. Though day-to-day working was an impossible task for him, at times of crisis, he was the person everyone called to help solve the problem. Many times, a really good manager can knock your socks off with the results, but they may not be a leader. The difference comes down to being comfortable with assessing and taking the risk, coupled with the ability to ignite action in others. Either you are a doer or you are igniting the passions in somebody else to get things done. In a crisis or at any time of need, a leader doesn't hesitate at all. In fact, crises are where leaders often emerge, and the leaders can emerge from anywhere. It may not be the top of somebody who's sitting at the top echelon of the organization. It could be the simple office boy who in times of crisis may demonstrate leadership. But remember, whether you are a leader or a manager, these are both essential and complementary skill sets. You cannot just be a leader and not being able to get things done. You have to do both. So people start off as managers, great managers, and learning and experience can turn them into great leaders. Third, leadership is hard. A good leader can push through fear, assess risk, and take action where action is required. And sometimes tough actions are required that others don't make. And that's what differentiates between the leader and the manager. Are you the person who can make those tough calls? Leadership is hard and you're going to make those decisions that other people can't. Understand your values and live by your values, the values that you build for yourself and your organization. Fourth, according to me, this is the most critical. Self-awareness is essential. Everyone needs an honest and balanced view of the strengths and weaknesses. Self-awareness grants the person the ability to interact with others frankly and confidently. So if you want to be in the leadership space and you are not aware of your strengths and weaknesses, if you have too much of a blind spot, then go back and address that first. Because you are somebody who can only lead, if you remember what Ron said, first leading yourself, leading others, and then leading the organization. So self-awareness and self-management is critical. Fifth, get feedback from your network. We often speak about the value of networking. An outside perspective is extremely important when you have to work on a new idea, new problem, or entering into an expansion phase. At some point in time, you have to understand that peer review is critical. So when I work with my clients, whether it's in the executive coaching space or in the business coaching space, the first thing that I do ask them is get your peers to rate you on your strengths and weaknesses, something that they cannot tell you on your face, because as Indians, we are sometimes struggling to be articulate. We would rather keep quiet rather than debate about somebody else. But it's important that we know. 6, communicate. Communicate. It is a lot like cooking. You do it too lightly, your message may be too bland. You put up too much heat, people won't be able to digest. You need to speak clearly enough to get your point across, as well as a balanced delivery of firm and delicate messaging. Leaders need strong, clear messaging to get the results they want. Too many times, I've seen business owners implode because they have so much of bottling up of their emotions inside that implode because they're just not able to address a point with their colleagues, with their employees, because we're scared that if I go too hard on them, they may leave. So we implode. So you retain unprofessional people within your organization. You know somebody's taking you for a ride, but you keep on imploding. So this communication is extremely important. Learn the needs and the motivations of your employees, of your stakeholders, and then determine how to balance your message. Not everyone would want to get the message in the same fashion and in the same place. So you need to balance it out. And finally, 7, be present. Bring vision and strategy to the here and the now. Again, too many people I've seen, they're worrying too much about the future. Yes, it's important to plan the future, but nothing is going to achieve by worrying about the future. It's important to engage with all levels within the organization to get different perspectives from each operational group and understand where they all are at this point in time. Business is becoming more moment to moment than ever before. It's more difficult to execute on long-term planning because we need constant reevaluation to be relevant at all times. Leaders need to be present, need to be listening and open to learning from everyone around them. So these are the 7 lessons that I have imbibed over time, and I felt like sharing with you, because these are critical for the growth and development of each one of you, whether as a business owner or as a professional. We will continue sharing this knowledge as we get into the fag end of the business and life transformation series, because these are the transformation. Once you learn this, then the next series of how to become a fantastic entrepreneur, and the title is very interesting, from where do successful entrepreneurs come from? That series would start in another 5 weeks from today. So keep watching, keep writing, keep reaching out to us, and we will be there for you at all times. Till next Monday, same place, same time. A very good morning to all of you, and have a fantastic week ahead. God bless.